Not a very good morning, is it? Good morning!
Good morning!
Who's excited?
Me!
Woo! That's not very excited, is it? Who's excited?
Me!
You ready?
Yes.
Okay, so thanks for the intro, Sabrina. And well, thanks for the technical difficulties. Okay, good. You guys can take my information down so you know a little bit about me. You can go on, online and get all the information that you need. You have email addresses, Facebook pages. You have me on Twitter, you have me on Skype. You need help, you need anything, just give me a call, yeah?
Sure.
Give everyone else some time to get in. Okay, you're gonna get us further in, so let's just keep, because we're a little bit late now. The first thing I want to do is to let you guys be aware that the number one habit I want you to develop right now is the habit of paying attention. You guys with me? Be where you are. What is happening tomorrow, tonight, what is happening, what happened yesterday, it is really not going to affect your life right now, is it? So learn to live in the now and be where you are. So paying the price of admission is a waste of time and money and effort unless you pay attention this morning and get something from what we present. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So paying attention allows you the rewards, right? Because if you don't pay attention, are there any rewards? Absolutely no rewards at all. So I'm telling you guys, paying attention is more important than paying a price or a fee for any event that you attend. All right. I'm thinking that most of you are here today because you want to increase what?
Income.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I think you're really here to listen to me unless you think you're going to increase your income, right? No one invests anything for anything unless you want a return, right, on your investment. So I'm telling you, income is a major part of what we're going to try to increase for you today. But let's give you some facts and information on understanding income. Most people are not really aware of some simple stuff that is going on in the economy today. I'm going to divide this triangle into some steps here. And we're going to look at basic people have a level of income. 85% of Americans earn about $33,000 per year. You guys with me? The state that I'm from, Maryland, that I flew from on Thursday to be here with you guys, we happen to be the richest per capita family income state in the United States. And our average is $35,000 a year, the individual person makes. So a family takes home about $75,000. And I'm telling you, in the United States, earning $85,000 a year, that's making and earning and living paycheck to paycheck. And that is why 85% of Americans are on the blue pill, the red pill, the green pill, the stress pill, the depression pill. Man, you put on your TV, there's a pill for every freaking thing out there, isn't it? There ain't no pill to make some money. You see what I'm saying? So, $33,000 is what the average American individual earns. You guys know people making that type of money, right? Yes? Lots of friends, lots of families. And it's okay to make that type of money. But listen to the big step. We have a lot of steps going on here. If we could connect again to this. Let's get the slides going on. The next step up, and there's a very big gap in the economy, is that the next step up is people earn about $100,000 a year. Now that's a big, big gap in the economy because we know people making $80,000 and $100,000 a year, right? And then a very few percentage, so I would say about 5% of Americans earn about $100,000, a six-figure income plus per year. And we're talking individuals now. We're not talking about family take home. We're talking about individual people. And an even smaller percentage earns about $500,000 per year up. I'm happy to say the speaker speaking to you earn in that 1% category. Because you want advice, but you don't want advice from people that are not able to give it. Does that make sense to you as well? Yes? So we're going to make sure that you're aware of what you need to change in your lives in order to be in the 1% or 3% category going forward. How many of you would like to be in the 1 or 3% category going forward? Sure. The nice and the good news is everyone in this room, no matter what level you are right now, will get here if you apply the principles we're about to teach today. Is that pretty cool?
Cool.
Good. So there's a $33,000 a year to a $100,000 a year gap. That's a big jump. That's almost 3 times the income. How would your life change next year or next month if you earned 3 times the income you earned last year? How would your lifestyle change? Did you guys ever think of that? How would your lifestyle change? What would you be able to do? Would you be a little bit, more free with your time? Would you be a little less stressful? Not worried about how I'm going to pay for the car or the mortgage or the house or the... You see what I'm saying? Yes?
Yes.
Now let's take a next look. From 33,000 to the $500,000, you're talking about almost 15 times income level. How is your life going to change with 15 times income level? And the question that begs to ask, you have to beg and you have to ask, well, damn, is that shit fair? How is some people making and able to earn 500,000 plus when we stuck at 33,000 struggling? Is that fair? How many of you believe that is fair? How many of you believe that's fair? How many of you, okay, let me ask you this way. How many of you believe that is an unfair system? So, how many of you don't have an opinion? Because your hand didn't go up either way. Alright. Okay, some of you don't want to commit either way. Okay? I'm going to leave it at that. The flames come up, and here's what the flame says. Factors. Let's look at the factors. You have to ask yourself the question. What are the factors? Are the people making $500,000 or $100,000 a year actually working more hours? Is somebody that makes $100,000 a year actually working 3 times as hard as somebody making $33,000 a year? I mean, you work 40 hours a week. Does the person making $100,000 work 3 times for 120 hours a week? Shit, no. I'm telling you, the person making $100,000 a year earns less, far less working time and effortlessly, much less than someone making $33,000 a year. Now you have to work to get to that $100,000 level. But once you understand the principles employed, it's very easy because it becomes a habit. Does that make sense to you? So, is it because the person that's making $100,000 a year, and this is good news for a lot of us in this room, because we are all A students in school, man, we were just top of the class. That's why top of the class people. How many of you know smart people that broke? How many of you really educated PhDs that broke? How many of you know doctors that broke? How many of you know lawyers that are broke? People with PhDs teaching in university broke. So money really has nothing to do with education level, does it? Money really has nothing to do with the hours you work, does it? You guys with me?
Yes.
Because if that was true, we just work 10 times more. You with me? How many homes you know people have 3 different types of jobs? And that's the problem. When you have 3 or 4 different types of jobs, here's what happens. Your focus is scattered. It's like lighting in here. We have a lot of light, but it's very scattered, low intensity light. Don't really do anything. Take that same light and focus it. Laser beam focus, it will go straight through that wall. Does that make sense? So if you take one thing in your life and just focus deeply on it, you'll have a lot better results with that focus. And what most people lack is focus. Right? Okay, so let's continue with this. And it's not experience. The last thing there was actually experience. Right? How many of you know people in their 50s and 60s, people working 9 to 5 until 8:75 today and still broke? How many of you know people less than 30 years old, millionaires today? You guys with me? So it's not experience. So when you go and say, well, I need to respect my elders, yes, you respect them in a respectful manner, but that doesn't mean you have to listen to what they're saying. Because if you listen to what they're saying, you're going to end up broke too. How many of us want to end up broke? Too. Just like you. No. I respect you because you're my mom, my dad, my uncle, niece, nephew, whatever. But I am not going to actually buy into what you say because at the end of the day, I really don't want to end up in that situation. You want to live a happy life, right? And in order to live a happy life, what you have to do, you have to work for that. Yes? And I'm going to talk a little bit more about happiness later on.